Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout for Cheeky Studio. This is my last one using the December 2018 kit. A belated Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate. I'm using that red paper there and I really love that paper in my unboxing video and knew I would want to use that for something. And then I'm kind of thinking about using that holly paper kind of as like some sort of border along the bottom. And then I also find this little 4x4 card from the Cut Apart to use kind of as a journaling card. And then if you look underneath that ornament there, there's like a burlap table runner, and there happened to be a piece of burlap paper in this kit. So I'm adding that in as kind of a background. I'm still trying to decide like how I'm going to do this. Am I going to just use the burlap as a border with the holly underneath, or a few things around, and I decide that I don't love the holly underneath. So now what I'm doing is I found the Cut Apart paper and it had all these pieces on it, but I didn't really like the orange piece. So I took that away, and then I decided it was also a little bit too big, so I'm going to take away another one of those pieces from the 2x2 squares, and I'm just going to leave myself the present, the joy, and the package there. And so I'm kind of playing, or am I going to mount those squares from the Cut Apart on the bottom of this, or do I want them to go on the top? I'm not, or on the top of the red. Not on the top of the red, on the red itself. Not quite sure. By the way, that branch is hanging, so I guess it's mistletoe if it's hanging, maybe. I eventually decide that what I'm going to do is mount the square, well, the two squares and the rectangle from the Cut Apart right below there. And the reason that word joy is so important here is we were at Thanksgiving dinner in November, and my daughter-in-law said, after we had said the prayer and everybody was kind of standing, she said, okay, look at the centerpiece. And we're like, okay, yeah, we could see there was an ornament there or whatever. And she said, no, read it closely. And her dad caught on to what was going on. First of all, so that ornament says Baby O Black number 4 arriving July 2019. So that is how they announced to us that they were having another baby. And oh my goodness, what a wonderful thing to be thankful for on Thanksgiving. I wanted to make sure to get this documented because it was just so sweet and a different way than they've announced it with the other 3 kids. So it was really cool that her dad was there and I was there. So 2 out of the 3 grandparents were there. My stepson's mom couldn't be there. All right, so now I'm kind of thinking I might want something as a border on the bottom of this, and I'm thinking about that present strip, but not loving how orange it is. So I'm just kind of playing around with clusters and things to see what I might like and then decide if I want like a border on the bottom or not. Right now it does have a border because I haven't cut the strip off. So I was thinking about putting something on the very top, and then I decided, I found that other floral cluster there and tried it out on that corner up by the ornament, and I really like it down there because I think it just calls that much more attention to the photo itself because it's so close to the photo. So I'm going to leave it there. This alphabet is the silver glitter alphabet from the Dear Lizzy Lemon Drop Thickers, which I think in my very first video, I forgot to tell you guys that I actually videoed them on the same day. And sometimes I'll do that. I'll play with my kit and I'll do the videos all at one time just because I'm so inspired. With this one, I did the first one and this last one together, and then saved the middle one just because I had a photo to print and I didn't have it printed yet. So, and I didn't have any ink. My ink was I needed to get some ink, so Anyway. All right, so now I think I like the way these look. Except I'm still thinking I might want something there. And I was thinking about using like that big white one for journaling. And then I remembered, oh no, I have the journaling cluster or the journaling spot on that card there with the holly. It was the whole reason I chose that. And I haven't glued everything down here because I'm still, you can see me tapping my fingers because I'm thinking. I'm still thinking about what I want to do on the bottom there. And I'm not ready to kind of commit until I decide, is that journaling circle going to be the second element in that little floral cluster to the right, or is it not? Then at the same time, I'm trying to decide how far over to the left I want that surprise to go. I think I want it touching the cluster there, and I decide yes. Okay, so what I do now is I'm kind of playing with a different cluster, and I find this cluster of flowers that I really like, and I really like it underneath the one there, and I like it much better. I think there was a little bit too much white showing because it's a journaling spot. It's not necessarily, although it is a floral wreath as well too. I felt like I needed to write something in the middle of it because it was so white and was calling so much attention to itself. And I love how that cluster on the right turned out then. All right, so now that I have the spacing down and I've glued my mat with some of the embellishments on it already to my background paper, I'm going to put down the word surprise with an exclamation point there. And you guys, I love the finish on these papers. They're just so glossy and wonderful. And then the ephemera that Tuesday has created to go with this kit is just so beautiful. She does such an amazing job with floral ephemera. Oh my gosh. I did at one point toy with maybe using some like holly branches there, but I think they were just a little bit too big and pointy. So I did remember that I wanted to use this flare. So I added that flare in. And then I'm just kind of thinking if there's anything else I want or if that's going to be good. And I think I really like it the way it looks. I'll play around with it a little bit more. I'm thinking about possibly doing a stamp here. But what's going to happen, and this stamp came from the kit as well, is I think it's too many words on there, so I don't do that. So here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Again, belated Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye. Almost forgot the most important thing. Don't forget to use my code Kelly10 for 10% off everything in your Cheeky Studio order except for the kit. Bye.